Hello everybody, Kalla here. Well, welcome to my, I guess, recorded video for covering the rest of Beanfest, Bean or Be Beaned. This is pre-recorded for the sake of being able to farm the event effectively, without spending ages on stream farming battles. So, let's get into it then. Tag on a massive scale. Wits behind campus. Whoa! He almost got me! Yeah, I was this close to grabbing him. Jack's grabbing arm is dangerous enough, but that net's just as much as a problem. Just as much of a problem, sorry. Never let yourself get too close. Get more distance from the enemy. We have the numeric advantage. Jack, I suggest we beat a tactical retreat. We've almost got them and you want us to turn tail and run? Why? Monster team members shouldn't stay in one place for too long. Monsters are intended to have the advantage one-on-one, it's true. But the farmers outnumber us. If they surround us, we're finished. I don't like the way Vil said more distance. It's almost like he's trying to lure us somewhere. He could very well be bluffing, but we've had 2 instances of unexpected interference already. I say we play it safe. Knowing when to attack is far less important than knowing when to retreat. You do want to win, don't you, Jack? Fine, whatever. We did it! The monster team's running! I knew he'd think twice. It was purely a bluff on my part, but luckily for me, Edsel is a it's a cautious man by nature. Yet the fact that it was a bluff was largely apparent to him regardless. My acting, convincing as it was, didn't work on him. I suppose his wariness can also be to our disadvantage. You rescued me from a tight spot there, Ethel, Vil. Thank you both for coming to my aid. Don't bother thanking me, we should get moving. They might just be pretending to retreat so they can come back with more monsters. Alright. I've been informed that Cater and Kalla's farmers team is headed for the botanical garden. What would you say to joining up with them? Certainly, why not? I had no shortage of allies myself until a short while ago. Sadly, I was forced to say goodbye to them. Let us build our forces while we can. With you on board, I can probably recruit Heartslable farmers without having to resort to any forcible persuasion. To the botanical gardens, then. You know, I noted back there that Azel was clad head to toe in rare gear. Back when I was a sophomore, there was one time he questioned me about Beanfest to an unusual degree. I can see now he was gathering intel on supplies in the way previous games planned out. I got curious and asked him about that just a short while ago, actually. The planning he outlined to me was well beyond simple proactive measures. It was closer to an obsession. Between that and the way Rook was acting yesterday, it's kind of scary how seriously the monster team is taking this. You think so? Personally, I think it would be much more unflattering to wing it with disinterest. That, and we're likely never to get the chance to play a game of tag on such a massive scale again once we age into adulthood. I say we seize this transient, chaotic day. That's a good point from Vil there. How often as an adult do you have the opportunity to play a massive game of tag? How thrilling. Okay, I need Flora. It's also auto team for Flora. So, Rook, Any promising leads for adding to our ranks? I wouldn't call it a lead, per se, but I saw Jack running for the main school building with Vil in hot pursuit a short while ago. It would be a tremendous asset to our group if we could get him to join up. But with Vil chasing him, he might have already been eliminated. And then he wouldn't be joining anyone. Whoa, what's that noise? It's like a thunder rumble. Floyd! Hold it right there! You're gonna pay for eliminating Ruggy! Ah! Yeesh, lay off, would you? You guys started it, not me. You take one swing at me, you better be ready to get 3 back in your face. Jack, how many times must I tell you to stop? I'm on the verge of losing Jack. What will happen to all my plans then? Look, Trey. You seem distressed, Roy de Lairfort. May we be of assistance? Why, yes, you may. You can assist me by providing Jack with some backup against Floyd. Jack's been in a running series of encounters since before he crossed paths with Floyd, you see. And I worry that even with Savannah Claw levels of stamina, he's bound to reach his limit eventually. Backup it is! Wait, are you serious, Rook? You can't just jump in when Floyd and Jack are fighting like this. Yeah, those are 2 big fighting heavyweights, right? Look at them, they're both huge, and they're running so fast they're kicking up a dust cloud. It's like a giant blender over there. You'd be torn to shreds if you went anywhere near it. Yeah, but we have the numeric advantage, as well as hunting tools. Agreed. As tough as Floyd is, surely we can subdue him 4-1. I've never hunted a wild merman before. How thrilling! I feel like I'm entirely forgetting what my voices for all of these characters are, but I'm doing my best. Oh, whoops, I have it on auto at the moment. Let's turn that off. Bye-bye. Pop with click click. Oh, out of beans. Huh? Why aren't any beans coming out? He's finally out of ammo. Get ready to close in on him at once from all sides. Oh man, this is finally starting to get good. I know just what you mean, Monsieur Spontaine. What a rush it is when one finds oneself cornered and facing danger head-on. Ha! Guys, hold on! What is it? We've got multiple people inbound. I doubt they're friendlies either. My, it seems the monsters are having a fun little hunt. How sparkly are these 3? Vil, how eagerly I've waited to encounter you. Hello, Rook. I must admit I was also rather looking forward to finding you on the field. We have an ample supply of ammunition. Everyone, proceed with caution and keep your beans at the ready. Right. Ooh, this fight's getting bigger. I'm gonna squeeze you all dry. That must be Floyd line. Okay, we still just want Flora. Floyd, load your bean blaster while I keep them busy. You said you guys could just barge in, huh? Butt out! Jack and Azul are both exhausted, and we're in trouble if Floyd reloads. We need to retreat. Agreed. Our odds are much worse with multiple beam blasters in play. Oui, adieu for now, farmers. Phew, we sent them running. Yes, but did you see the lineup they had? Their group included a house warden and multiple vice house wardens. The monsters must have had the same idea we did. Hey, Floyd, are you all... Yeah? What's with that scary look on your face? Yeah, you ruined my fun right when I was starting to enjoy myself. Is your idea of fun being eliminated because you are in danger of just that? Who cares about eliminations? You guys stink. Huh? But we saved you. Why are you mad at us? For goodness sake, I don't expect you to thank us, but could you at least stop intimidating the freshmen? Yeah, poor Ifel. Man. Better fish, a goldfish, and a guppy. Just peachy. A bunch of tank fish, not even worth squeezing. Excuse me? You've totally harshed my vibe. You guys had better scram, or else. I'm gonna squeeze you all dry. You're welcome to try. What's that? You want a piece of me? Better watch out, Mr. Fancy Fins. I'd hate to see your best assets get all roughed up. You refer to me as a better, but you clearly haven't done your homework. You should know the betterfish's beautiful fins are its main weapon in combat. These last couple of battles haven't been too bad since Flora is my best asset. Thanks to Leona. Now I want one. One what? Yeah. What a beautifully executed throw. Did you see the way he flew through the air? That guy's bigger and heavier, but you'd never know it from the way Vil tossed him. Well, it's easy to throw people that are bigger and heavier than you. Because their center of gravity is probably higher than yours. So you can just hip throw flip them. Real easy. I might have had to put some real effort in if Floyd wasn't already tired out. Luckily, Jack did a fine job of wearing him down. I just got one question for you, Schoenheit. Oh, you ready for more where that came from? Dude, what was that? That was sick. Huh? That was straight up airborne. That wasn't magic you used, right? I'm kind of a heavy guy. Dude, are you secretly ripped? You don't need to be ripped to throw someone. What? How's that work? When a body is taut and extended, all you have to do is shift your angle of approach slightly and you can easily redirect them. So you used my own strength to throw me? Yes, that is basic self-defense technique. Ipple or Riddle could do it themselves with little instruction. Bill basically saying similar to what I said. You just sort of use their own stuff. Are you for real? Dude, teach me how to do that! Now he's in a good mood again? What in tarnation happened to that scary look he was giving us? He's extremely capricious. Trying to reason with him is a complete waste of time. I wouldn't mind teaching you that throw once today's game is over. But I expect you to join my group for the rest of the day in return, Floyd. Bill? There's no telling what will set Floyd off. Having him on our team would be like walking around with a live electric wire. As if you have room to talk, Riddle. Right? Floyd is easily among our school's most gifted when it comes to raw physical strength. You saw the way he was fighting earlier. Frankly, we'd be fools not to leverage that. But he's not going to let someone else tell him what to do. Sounds fun to me. Sure, I'm in. Huh? Welcome aboard. I gotta say, my fancy friend, you are rocking that camo jacket. I should think so. Who do you take me for? I thought the colours were kinda lame myself. But now I want one. Then let's check the supply crate near here. We could stand to replenish our bean reserves regardless. Sweet, let's go. Is this actually going to work out? I'm getting a headache. Ah, yes, we need a jacket so that Floyd can be as he is in the background of this event. Now, I trust you're cultured enough to know that a jacket this loud will impart a completely different impression depending on the model. Eye-catching items are the literal fabric of individuality. It's how they're worn makes all the difference. Don't be shy. Give it your own twist. I feel like there's a bunch of little pockets that just say beans on them. His exaggerated, light-hearted silhouette gives a simultaneous sense of ease and poise. Meanwhile, the functional tactical vest adds an imposing presence to an otherwise playful look. His aura is riveting. What he wears is a fashion statement, that he is a warrior who always gets his quarry. Impressive, Floyd. Your style game is clearly on point, and you know yourself well. I hardly need to offer any input at all. Yo, I'm digging these new threads. What do you guys think? Am I looking cool or what? You're wearing the same design as Vil, but you look so radically different. So, yeah, it's cool. I have a problem with this. Why is all the gear going to Floyd? Hey, we have a deal. Had a deal. Whoever beans the most monsters on the way here gets their pick of the goods, right? And I'm the guy who sent all the supply crate ambushes packing last I checked. I'll grant that you did make a significant contribution, but still. You're the one who hasn't been pulling his weight. Without your magic, you're like a goldfish out of water. Shouldn't the house warden be like... better? But hey, don't worry. Any monsters try to attack you, I'll scare them off myself. You can just huddle up and hide behind me. Get your arm off my shoulder this instant. And where did you get off mocking me? Your house warden Azel is hardly a heavy hitter himself with this magic out of the equation. From what I saw earlier, he was the only one on the monster team struggling to catch his breath. True, if he's that desperate to improve his PE grade, he could try putting in the work every day to... Wait, hold up. Who said anything about Azel being weak without his magic? He's real strong. What? He's slow on land and in water, and he's got lousy athletic reflexes, but that doesn't mean he's weak. Azel's bigger than me in the water, and he's got 8 huge, heavy limbs. But, Floyd, you're huge in the water yourself! What? Azel's bigger? What? 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 His submission holds are bad news, and he's got crazy grip strength. If he so much as snags you, he can snare you with your arms pinned. Well, yeah, I guess he's an octopus. Tentacles are a strong grabbing mechanism. Is this really Azel you're talking about? No offense, but I find it rather hard to believe. He is somewhat tall, but he tends to cut a lean figure. It's hard to imagine him having that much in the way of musculature. I don't know, man. Octopi are like all muscle. Seems to me like that wouldn't go poof just because he took a potion to turn himself human. I'm just spitballing here, obviously. But all I'm saying is that writing Azel off is a bad idea. Otherwise, a certain magicless goldfishy might wind up getting squeezed and go flop. Excuse me, are you suggesting I would flop? Hey, I only mean when you've got no spells to fall back on. Who's a strong little goldfishy? You are. Stop patronizing me at once, or it's off with your head. Guys, come on, let's all calm down. Save your breath. They've been at each other's throats since orientation. Really? That long? Orientation at Night Raven College tends to be eventful. Yours was hardly an exception there, as I'm sure you recall. There was someone who snuck out of the ceremony. Someone who snuck into the venue and started fires in it. And someone who picked a fight with a house warden. Okay, look. Our orientation had its own share of mishaps. There are no orientations here that end without some sort of incident. Picking fights on day one might as well be a school tradition. If our student body practiced basic etiquette and courtesies, then our Beanfest wouldn't be an athletic event at all. You know, you've got a point there. But I have to say, I really like the meritocracy-based setup we've got at Night Raven. Excuse me while I point at Scarabia and the not-so-meritocratic situation they've got going on over there. Yes, I suppose we could do much worse. Now then, it's time to go. If our pair of live wires is quite finished, I suggest they join us unless they want to get left behind. I object to that name, Vil. Maybe it applies to him, but I'm no live wire. Dunno. Is that supposed to be a joke? Because it's hilarious. Getting the job done. Scan complete. There are no farmers in this area. Let's take a moment to collect ourselves and do some planning. First off, Jack, must you have such complete and utter disregard for my orders? We lost Ruggy because you so carelessly set Floyd off. In fact, we nearly lost you as well. I told you at the start that I don't take orders from you. If you don't like it, we can split back up again. Allow me to hazard a guess. Roy de L'Effort and Monsieur Fierabras, you were in numerous engagements before you met up with us, I trust. Yes, and all of them petty skirmishes hardly worth the effort. Hey, at least there's a bright side. You got out of an encounter with Floyd and Vil's whole band without getting eliminated. It got us useful enemy intel, too. It's not the worst outcome. Very true. What matters for the monster team is not simply capturing farmers. Our victory is secured by defending the harp. We've been doing a fine enough job of that, wouldn't you say? You know, you're right. A considerable amount of time has elapsed since the start of the game. By now, there should be farmers attempting to take the harp from the Colosseum. Our focus should be herding the Colosseum-bound farmers onto pre-planned paths and pre-planned paths and systematically dispatching them. That is how the monster team gets the job done. The same basic principle as tower defense games. Oui, the other essential element is how well one can evade surprise attacks like our previous engagement. You know, now that you mention it, it feels like Ville's been one step ahead of me all day. We shouldn't assume that's a coincidence. It's safer to say that our course of action has been predicted in advance. Seriously? I agree with us all. While a beast may not have exhaustive knowledge of a hunter in normal circumstances, both sides have equal intel here. Knowledge of who is where and what equipment they hold enables one to predict their future course of action. That's all the more reason we can't afford to linger in one place for too long. I think we'd better cut this chat short and figure out what we're doing next. So what's the plan? Do we take our group back to the Colosseum and tighten defences there? I'm going to stay on the field and keep up the hunt. It's not my style to hang back and stay defensive. Normally this would be where I roll my eyes at your insistence on offense, but this time I actually agree. There's someone I want out of the picture before we turn our focus to defending the harp. Let me guess. Monsieur Premedité, you want Jade eliminated, yes? Precisely. Jack and I have covered quite a bit of ground across campus, but we haven't spotted Jade once so far. I strongly doubt he'd simply wait out the whole game. He's got to be up to something. Très bien! What manner of attack will he launch upon us? Oh, the anticipation. Careful now. We might be the ones eliminated if we're not careful. Then again, Jade doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would dive into a group of enemies and go on a whole tear like Floyd did. Oh, he would. It would just be a different kind of tear. He and Floyd are two twisted peas in a pod, each in their own uniquely dark way. Yeah, that sounds accurate. Floyd is actually the easier of the two to fight with on many levels, since his nature is far more obvious than Jade's. Yeah. Jade does a lot of thinking and planning, right? Floyd's a lot more straightforward. Jade, on the other hand, is a particular brand of devious. If you see him, do not provoke him. Do not make eye contact. Just back away slowly. You're talking about your own vice housewarden here like he's some kind of wild animal. Speaking of our respective dorm associates, Trey, I note that we have yet to see your boon companion, Monsieur Magicam. Cater's upbeat and friendly, but he doesn't exactly get heavily invested in events. It's hard to predict what approach he'd take. Actually, mentioning Cater reminds me of something. When I grabbed Juice, he told Riddle that Cater's group was headed for the Botanical Garden. I can give Juice props for protecting his housewarden, but not so much for spilling the beans right in front of the enemy. I should assume that Phil will heed that tip and head for the Botanical Garden. In that case, let's follow in their footsteps and exact our revenge upon them. Slow down. I say we split into two groups. The monster team doesn't benefit all that much from acting as a huge herd. Not to mention, Riddle was there when Deuce blurted that info out in front of us. He can put two and two together. True, they could be planning to exploit that lead if we try to follow up on it. Exactly. Plus, I want to do some digging anyway. I'm headed for the school store. Jack, if you could please come with me? Alright. And then I believe that leaves the two of us to pay the Botanical Garden a visit, Chevalier de Roses. Right, good luck out there, guys. You two stay safe as well. Few opportunities indeed. Ooh, la 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 la. You seem to be in unusually high spirits today, Rook. Then again, I don't think I've ever seen you in a bad mood. Why wouldn't I be? We get few opportunities indeed for housewardens and vice-housewardens to go toe-to-toe in earnest. Perhaps I'll have another chance to challenge Phil when we get to the Botanical Garden. Are you not excited at the prospect of encountering the Roy de Roses? Not really, no. I've never been gung-ho about competing with Riddle. On the other hand, I only really played tag with him once or twice back when we were kids. I guess it could be kind of fun to run around like we're young again. Ah, you see the light. Now, let us away to our next battleground, the Botanical Garden. Wait. There is a distinct aroma wafting through the air. Are you picking it up, Trey? Huh? Ah, there it is. It's kind of spicy. Pretty appetizing, actually. Is somebody making food? Why would someone cook in the middle of a game? And judging by the direction of the wind, the aroma is coming from the Botanical Garden. Let's have a look for ourselves. Huh? There's a real strong smell coming from the Botanical Garden. Kind of familiar, too. Ah, I know it. It smells like the meat sea otter was lugging around earlier. Who's Sea Otter? Callum, I'm guessing. He's a farmer like us, as I recall. What's this about him carrying meat, though? He said it was a lunch that Sea Snake packed for him. Doesn't smell like a sandwich and a bag of chips, I'll tell you that much. Yes, it's more like someone's barbecuing meat. He's practically posting a giant neon sign pointing to his location. How can someone be that trusting? Yeah, he's probably luring in the monster team as we speak. It's going to be a feeding frenzy. I'd say we nose in on the action here, fellas. Ah, this would be Jamel. Yes. Looks like Floyd wasn't feeding me false intel when he told me where Camel was headed. Camel? Where Callum was headed. I knew you'd heat up my packed lunch without stopping to question it, Callum. We'll make a clean sweep of all the farmers foolish enough to take the bait. Come on, we're moving in. Understood. Yeah, sneaky, sneaky, Jamel. Sneaky, sneaky. Far from little. The closer we get to the Botanical Garden, the more the smell of good barbecue fills the air. Is that your stomach? Now I'm drooling. Pull yourself together, Epel. We could run into the monster team at any moment out here. Agreed. The monster team knows that Kate's group is headed for the Botanical Garden. Yes, which is precisely why we're circling around to catch them from behind. Ah! Shh! Quiet! What's the matter? You can aim better than that. Your shots are so slow, I dare say the beans are gathering dust mid-air. And you think you can hit me like that? Not in your wildest dreams. Yet for all your speed, Lilia, I note you're content to do little more than flee. You won't be able to catch me from that far away, you know. By all means, come closer, unless you're afraid, of course. You've grown into quite a cheeky little boy. So be it. I'll give this just a touch of effort since you so clearly insist. You'll find me far from little. No mercy, Lilia. Wow, it's Malleus and Lilia. I can't say I expected to walk in on Diasomnia's House Warden and House Warden dueling. Amazing, they're both moving so fast I can barely keep track of them. Lilia's on the monster team, let's surround him and back Malleus up. Do you think Malleus will actually be happy for you to do that? Better not, Guppy. But why, Floyd? This is a perfect chance. Sea slug and devilfishy are way too distracted to notice us right now. We ought to keep it that way. Which one's sea slug and which one's devilfishy? Otherwise, devilfishy will turn around and eliminate us first instead. Okay, Lilia is devilfishy. So Malleus is a sea slug. What? Why is that surprising? It makes perfect sense to thin out the weaklings first when fighting a whole group. You're saying we're weaklings? But we're better armed than Lilia and we easily outnumber him. Wait, I can't actually remember. I may have lost track as to which of those two is on which team. Oh no, wait, no. I think yeah, Lilia is the one on the monster team. Yeah, they just said that. I'm getting confused. Lilia may look dainty, but his PE grades are near the top of the junior class. He's a heavyweight, make no mistake. He's made it to the end of Beanfest every single year. Silver and Sebek often talk about Lilia being their martial arts instructor now that you mention it. And here I assumed it was just their way of showing respect to someone older than them. What's wrong, Malleus? You won't be much of a soon-to-be ruler if you keep retreating. You're being overactive for your age yourself, Lilia. Your breath is growing ragged. Perhaps you need a nice rest in a rocking chair. Oh dear. Yeah, because Lilia is like way older, right? Judging from the way Lilia's fighting now, Silver and Sebek weren't exaggerating in the slightest. Yeah, see? He's holding his own against that house warden sea slug. Not only that, but he's dancing circles around him. Not even I can gauge Lilia's full capabilities. I think interfering is begging for trouble on our part. If Sea Slug wants to tank Devilfishy for it, let him. We can just mosey on by. I'm surprised. I figured you'd be the first to jump in on a potential scrap. Are you interested in winning now? Nah, not really. I just figured that it'd sour their mood and mine if someone butted in on all that fun they're having. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, they look like they're having a good time. Let them carry on. Whoa, they're both full-on cackling. Yes, they really are having a blast. Let us remain low and sneak on by. Stay focused on our goal, the botanical garden. Ooh. Aha. We have the SR Vel now. Yeah, clear the entire Beanfest 2 story, and a total of 530 farmer patches. Which is the same as what I read on the initial announcement stuff, so cool. Don't mind if we do. What is that incredible smell? It's making my stomach rumble. Could this be shawarma, the soul food of the Scalding Stands? What would it be doing in the botanical garden? It doesn't make sense, but I can't resist that spicy aroma. Neither can my legs, apparently. It's a pretty effective trap. Good job on that, Joe. Okay, let's see. Once the surface is cooked through, turn the spit and shear the cooked meat using scissors. Note, beware of fire. Next, insert vegetables and pickles into pita bread along with meat. Note, small amounts preferable, overstuffing equals hard to eat. Alright, I'll put in the pickled carrots, tomato, lettuce, and finally the meat. There, all done. Now for the best part, eating. This is good. The pickled carrots go perfectly with the juicy grilled meat. I could eat this for days. Is this where that savoury smell is coming from? Ah! House Warden Kalla. What are you setting up a full-fledged campsite grill in... What are you doing setting up a full-fledged campsite grill in the middle of a garden? Hey guys! It's just about noon, so I was grabbing some lunch. Get a load of it all. Vibrant pickles, fluffy pita bread, mouth-watering juicy meat. This is some real-deal shawarma. Guess that's how lunches go for the ultra-rich Azim family. Come on and have some. There's plenty to go around. I'll cook up a fresh batch for you now. So just sit tight and wait a few. Yes, sir. Don't mind if we do. Have as much as you like, guys. Feel free to help yourselves to some bottled tea, too. Thank you, House Warden. I'll fetch the drinks. Then we'll handle the food. Anyone here hate pickles? Me? Hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate the help. Something smells incredibly good. I feel like I'm being led here by the nose, literally. Oh, I see even more visitors. Hey guys, want some shawarma? Yes, please. I guess this is what General meant when he said to set up... When he said he set me up with food I could enjoy with friends. A meal always tastes better when there's someone to share it with. General's so smart. Yeah, he is smart, and you are, not so smart. Sit tight, gentlemen. The next batch is going on the grill as we speak. Quite the decent haul. Okay. Fire and water. Fire and water. Salty team for water. It's a full team that's fire and water. Let's go. Here we are at the garden. Phew, made it in one piece. Is it just me or does something smell spicy? Oh, yes, extremely spicy. It's a smell that whets the appetite. You ain't kidding, I can't stop drooling. It's coming from that way. Let's go see what's cooking. Grimmy, don't let your stomach do all the thinking. This could be a monster team trap. What do we have here? Cater from Heartstubble and Jade from Optivinel. Plus Kalla and Grim from Ramshackledom. This should make for quite the decent haul. Okay, the meat's done. Top it with veggies and pickles you like, then wrap it all up in the bread. Thanks for the chow! It's good. It's spicy, but with the salty sweet sauce that blends the meat's flavor and blends with the meat's flavor and elevates it to a whole new level. Whole other level, sorry. One sec, catering Kalla. I'll whip up a couple for you too. The meat shouldn't take much longer. Just sit tight for a few. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass actually. Aw, don't be shy. There's more than enough to go around. Yeesh. Jade needs to get back and fast. Why? I don't see what the big hurry is. Look, all I'm saying is all this grilling you're doing is making for a strong smell that carries surprisingly far. Farmers spotted. There's a group of them. Yeah, like fish in a barrel. Seize them. Janelle? these monster guys come from? Yeah, that's about what I was expecting. Cooking something that smells that strong and distinctive is basically painting a giant bullseye on yourself. The spices in shawarma are potently fragrant, it's true. I was honestly just trying to make sure Callum had a nourishing lunch today. This was an unexpected windfall. Yeah, you planned this. Using food to lure folks into a trap is plain dirty. I think we'd better make a run for it, guys. Sorry, make a break for it, guys. After them, don't let them escape. Water, and then probably fire. I guessed wrong. Okay, most likely I need fire for both of these. Fire, and then I guess I'll have to pick water, but I probably will finish it in one. Yep. Bye-bye now. Difference in training. Yeah, difference in training. For a second there, I wasn't sure I'd read the word right. Whoa! Got you, Callum. Farmer team, Callum eliminated. Oh man, and I thought I was pretty fast. I guess you're faster, Jamil. You can chalk it up to a difference in training. But Kater and Jade got away. We should probably clear out of this place soon if we want to play it safe. We've nabbed a lot of farmers on our end too. They were all so absorbed in their shawarma they were practically blind to the world around them. Easy pickings. Oh, duh! It's not like only farmers would smell the food and come running. Monsters would pick up on it too. Guess I messed up big time. Your fun is only just beginning, Callum. Enjoy spending the rest of your game doing Vargas' special weight training in the gym with the other eliminated players. Fair enough. Those are the rules. Could I ask one teeny little favour of you though, Jamil? What is it? If the next words out of your mouth are let me go, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear them. No, I perish the thought. It's just, well... Could we please at least wait until we finished all of the shawarma? You painstakingly prepared this whole meal for me. I wouldn't want any of it going to waste. Aren't you guys hungry too? This is the Beanfest lunch of a lifetime, seriously. You sure you're okay with sharing it with monsters? Phew, I'm not about to turn... That should be a down, right? Turn down free grub. I was just getting hungry anyway. Here, Jamal's cooking is top tier, so count me in. I'd be a fool to say no. Hey, this is no time for a lunch break. What if the farmer team comes back and surrounds us? Don't worry, Jamal, it'll go way faster with you chipping in. Come on, pretty please. Callum's already eliminated, so he's not technically an enemy right now. And it would be unacceptable for an employee to refuse an order from his boss. It's hoisted by my own shawarma split. Split? Spit, even. Just give me the scissors. I'll have all this meat carved in 5 minutes. Yes, you're the best, Jamal. Ooh la la! I followed my nose to the source of this rich scent, and who do I find but the 2 top officers of Scarabia? Hi Rook, hi Trey. Here for some shawarma? Have a seat and give us 2 shakes. Jamal will get some for you both. Jamal's cutting meat at breakneck speed with one hand and stuffing vegetables into pita bread with the other. And around them I see monsters and captured farmers all eating shawarma together. What is going on here? I captured Callum, but he pleaded to me to let him stay instead of letting the food go to waste. The prep goes fastest with me doing it, so here I am, helping against my will. Believe me, I would much rather be as far away from the botanical garden as possible. But why? From the looks of things, I would guess that your group captured most of the farmers present. We did, but we'd hoped to catch everyone. Kater, Jade, Kalla, and Grim got away. Ah. I'm worried they'll round up help and come back, but here I am, feeding people lunch instead of making tracks like a sensible monster would. To be fair, the food looks world-class. It would be an embarrassment to House Sassim if I served anything less than the best. I must hand it to you, Jamil, so there is but one word for your professional level of dedication to all things. Beauty. I tend to avoid more pungent provisions, but out of respect for your spirit, I shall gladly avail myself of your generous repast. We've got sweet and unsweet tea here. Which would you guys prefer? Kill him, enough with the hospitality. All of you, finish your food now. My, one finds the strangest things when following their nose. In this case, an entire rogues gallery. Ah, I know that voice. It's Lilia, right? I assumed from the silhouette. Good luck out there. My, one finds the strangest things when following their nose. In this case, an entire rogues gallery. Ah, I know that voice. Might I have a shawarma sandwich? Hi, Lilia. Absolutely. I'll give you more than one if you're extra hungry. Hello, Callum. From the look of things, I guess you've been captured by the monster team. Yeah, I hate to say it, but they got me good. At least Kate's team got out safe and sound. Whoops. That's right, you're on the monster team too. Forget I said that. For crying out loud, Callum. Worry not. I'm sure Jamil and the others would have said something if you hadn't. After all, between 3 vice house wardens, surely someone would be prudent enough to discuss the game over this seemingly idle lunch. Right you are. We've been trading intel. Speaking of which, what have you been up to, Lilia? I had a run-in with Malleus, crossed swords with him, and struck him down. What? The Roy de Dragons is one of the most formidable farmers on the field, and you captured him? I take my hat off to you, Monsieur Curiosité. More's the pity, though. Would that I could have had a front row seat to witness the battle between the Diasomnia House Warden and the White House Warden. Malleus has certainly grown into quite the fighter. I might have even been in danger if he hadn't run out of beans partway through the fight. There were more close shaves than I would have liked. What surprises me is I have yet to see hide or hair of Sebek or Silver, in spite of all their bold pre-battle declarations. Clearly I can't retire in confidence just yet. I'm sure something brought us all together, though. I think I'll join your merry band of monsters. If you're good enough to take down Malleus, you're definitely someone we'd be glad to have around. Lilia's got stamina for days. You should see the way he hops and yells and smashes his bass guitar during pop music club concerts. Lilia plays a guitar? Huh. Please, you needn't fawn so. You're making me blush. Oh man, you should have seen this one back when you should have seen this one show we did back in the fall. Oh. I repeat, we do not have all day to sit around and chat. There, I've gotten all the shawarma sandwiches prepped and wrapped. You can take it with you to the gathering point for eliminated students. Now off you go. Sorry for all the trouble, Jamil, and thanks. Maybe it's weird for me to cheer for you guys as a farmer, but good luck out there. Later. Man, Callum's such a nice guy. Finally. Where were we? Okay, when I first got here. them off separately. I see. To summarize what we've just gone over. Aww! The little chibis. Kater and Kalla's band of farmers escaped the botanical gardens and is bound for the Colosseum. Jade was with them previously, but has since gone to ground. Vil, Riddle, and Epel are headed for the botanical gardens to join with Kater. And it's possible that Floyd's joined Vil's group. Unconfirmed, but possible. As for the monster team status, Lilia, myself, Trey, and Jamel are gathered here at the botanical garden. Hazel and Jack headed for the school store to apprehend more farmers. What's the smartest play for us, then? Setting up an ambush for Vil's group might be a good start. We'd have the advantage given the natural cover in the garden. I disagree. Lingering here is a bad idea. We should prioritise finding Kater and Jade. I'm of like mind with Jamel. Suppose that on Vil's way here, his group happened to meet with Kater's as they were making their escape. In fact, let us take a further step back and consider the matter of Jade being unaccounted for. It is theoretically possible that Jade simply got separated from Kater's group through happenstance, but my assumption is he was deliberately splitting off for a time to achieve some purpose. Oh, whence rises this deduction, pray tell? He's an expert underwater huntsman. He of all people would know the advantages of working in a group. He wouldn't be foolish enough to get separated from his group early on, when the soft rays of morning sun still linger at midday. After all, I certainly wouldn't be. It only makes sense to return to one's group when one's objective is achieved, rather than remaining alone and defenceless. The other loose end to consider is Floyd. If Floyd has had a positive mood swing and is working together with Vil's group, that makes matters considerably more serious for us. Vil, Epel, Riddle, Kater, Jade, Floyd. And last but certainly not least, Kalla and Grim. Imagine all 8 of them teaming up to make a run for the harp. Does it not strike fear in your heart? Oof, when you put it that way, that group would have both the numbers and the raw strength to spell trouble for us. In that case, why don't we pick them off separately before they can team up? I'd say we split into 2 groups. Jamel, you come with me. We'll catch Jade by the tail. Understood. Then Trey and I will go after Kater's group. That will be my best shot at having a showdown with Vil. And here we are at the Botanical Garden. It's right in plain sight, but that back door's hard to get to. I didn't need that kind of stress. You think there's a bunch of monsters swarming around inside? These snake might at least put up a decent fight before I squeeze them, unlike most of the other guys in this game. Could actually be fun. Hold on, Floyd. Must I remind you that our goal is to rescue Callum and meet up with Kater's group? Oh, I ain't here to bail Sea Otter out. What? My battle with Sea Urchin got spoiled, so I've got more fight to get out of my system. Come on, let's rock. Floyd, wait! Even if this is the back door, what kind of fool just waltzes right through without bothering to conceal his presence? This is Silver. Halt, I say. I don't know what voice should be for Silver. Historical drama. Halt, I say. Ah, what's your problem, Jellyfishy? The Botanical Garden's been occupied by monsters. Jamel's leading them. All the farmers that were eating shawarma there have been captured, including Kalla. I beg your pardon? We were too late. Oh, is that what that spicy smell is? No wonder it was enough to make me drool. If you went in now, you'd just be turning yourself over to the monsters to be captured. I say this for your own good. Don't do it. You know, I don't much appreciate people bossing me around. Step aside unless you want to get squeezed. Floyd, taking liberties has its limits. You said that you would work with us today in return for me teaching you a throwing maneuver after the game. An oral agreement still counts as a contract. Is it acceptable for Octavianel students under Azel's leadership to renege on contracts as it suits them? No need to be all hostile about it. Well, yeah, whatever you say. Indeed, it will be whatever I say. Now, Silver, what are you doing here? Last time I ran into you, you said that you were going to protect your fellow farmer Malleus. In fact, I should mention that we saw Malleus fighting Lilia on our way here. I'm sorry, Vel. I failed to live up to the trust you placed in me when you left Malleus's protection in my hands. Does that mean what I think it does? It's a bit of a long story, but essentially the fight was over by the time I came running. I failed in my most essential duty. I'm beside myself with shame. How can I ever face Lilia and Sebek now? Okay, so yeah, he does mean Lilia when he says father. That's interesting. Wasn't Lilia the one to eliminate Malleus? I know that for Lilia the situation dictated that he had to turn his blade upon our king. Calling the rules of the game a situation seems a bit dramatic. Malleus undoubtedly went out regretting that his path was closed off before he could achieve his ambition of retaking the harp. As his royal vassal, it falls to me to avenge him. I shall exact vengeance upon Lilia, mark my words. Did I step into historical drama? Is this some form of absurdisty insomnia humour that I'm missing? No, I think he's serious. Silver isn't exactly the type to crack jokes. I figured Jellyfishy was just some space case, but he's a pretty funny guy. Yeah, Silver, you ain't gonna take that kind of blow lying down. I mean, I understand completely. If you've already seen Malleus and Lilia fighting, then I'm sure what I'm about to say will come as no surprise. Lilia is strong, frightfully so. As embarrassing as it is to admit, my chances of taking him in a one-on-one battle are slim at best. So please, would you lend me your help? Yeah, sure. What? Yeah, enough with the surprise shtick. Weren't you guys just going on about how we were going to work together? Well, yes, we're reacting more so to your tendency to do everything at the drop of a hat. Wasn't expecting such a ready agreement myself. See your game, Floyd? You're pretending to be a team player while angling for a shot at fighting Lilia. Was it that obvious? Look, Devilfish has got to be the most fun to squeeze out of anybody I've come across today. Hands down. Did you see how fast he was, Goldfishy? If he sets up shop in the Colosseum, getting that harp's going to be a whole lot harder. You know, you do have a point there. Once upon a time, Lilia used to be known as the Running Rampart. Nobody could surpass him in matters of fortress defense. Ooh, the Running Rampart, huh? That's a pretty cool nickname. Like, seriously. He's as elusive as a phantom. No one can predict where he might be lurking. Floyd is right. If Lilia starts defending the Colosseum, it's going to get a lot harder to breach the front gate. See? There you go. You guys don't want that, right? We gotta sink him before that happens. I've got no idea where Jade is now, but he's got to be working to get that harp. Who wouldn't want anyone standing in his way when it's go time? So, you want to eliminate Lilia for Jade's benefit? Ah, that makes sense. You're a very caring brother, Floyd. Ah, you're making me cringe here, Jellyfishy. Jade's got his way of having fun, and I've got mine. I don't want either of us getting our fun ruined. It's that simple. Well, we have our next objective. This calls for a planning session. Understood. I'll share the intel I got from reconnoitering the area around the botanical garden. Reconnoitering. Big word. Using me as bait. Who are we using as bait? Any colours at all. Okay. Just pick the top. That's no thing. We'll go with this. This is fine. Probably. This is when I turn out to need way more flora than I've just picked up. So, if we aggregate our intel and silvers, Jamil, Trey and Rook are within the botanical garden, and Lily has joined them. Hazel and the sea urchin were with Seagull before. If they aren't in there now, they must have split off somewhere else. We know Kate's group was headed for the botanical garden, right? Did they get nabbed along with Callum? I didn't see Cater among the students who got captured. My information from Deuce is fairly old by now. If they hadn't been captured, then I should assume he's already left. Oh, he has. He's already fled by the time I got to the garden. Ah, is that right? In that case... Wait, what? Lilia, how did you get behind us? What is the meaning of this? I didn't hear a single footstep. Lilia's just that good. You're just that good. Whoa! You dodged it. And here I thought I'd done a good job of getting in beneath your notice. What's that oversized spark-looking thing you got there, Sea Snake? A hunting tool made for grabbing absurdly tall guys like you. Ha! Did you think I'd gone so senile I wouldn't pick up on your presence, Silver? You were using me as bait. Riddle behind you. Huh? Whoa! Whoops. Didn't quite get the grab. You moved away from Trey's arms and rode like the wind in a cascade of crimson petals. How charming you are, Roida's roses. Trey! Rook! Blast, we're surrounded. Floyd and I will secure an Floyd and I will secure an escape route. The rest of you, follow our lead and don't fall behind. You're not getting away. Yeah, I did need more flora than I thought. This is fine. I'll just go for water. Water against water is fine. Thinking. Yeah. Got the right ones though. Could be anything on the bottom there. And done. As planned. The way is clear. Retreat. I'm out of breath. One of them has fallen behind. Surround him. Yeah. Riddle's surrounded. We have to turn back and save him. We're better off getting our distance and regrouping while he keeps the monsters busy. let him go. But I'm afraid it's our only viable option right now. Onward. Darn it. And now we split up as planned. Rook, Trey, you're in charge of capturing Riddle. Got it. With me now, Jamil. Yes, sir. Time to get captured, Riddle. Nothing personal. Lots of beans, too. This is it for me. Farmer team, Riddle, eliminated. Keita was right all along. It's the ones who act harmless that you truly have to watch out for. I knew that, yet here I am, captured by you just the same. I didn't do anything special, you know. I just happened to be the guy who landed the decisive blow, if you will, when you were on the ropes. I'd chalk it up more to the rest of my group being as good as they are. I must disagree, Chevalier de Roses. Your swift movements were beautifully spry. Aren't you both in an arts club? I'm in a sports club and you both outran me handily. How mortifying. I'll reflect on my own athletic shortcomings while I do weight training with Vargas in the gym. Until next time, gentlemen. I would think it faster to go back the way you came and circle around the Hall of Mirrors to get to the gym from here. Why would you take the far more roundabout route of circling around the main school building, Rider Roses? Queen of Hearts rule 412. When you see a pair of moving glasses in the forest, never go back the way you came. Trey is wearing glasses, and considering the trees growing around the botanical garden, it can technically be considered a forest. I wouldn't want to run the slightest risk of committing an infraction. I'll see you later. It also means he takes longer to get to the gym and gets into the weight training, right? What fascinating rules the Queen of Hearts has. Quel misterio. That's one word for it. It's hard to tell whether any of them serve any actual purpose. Play into their expectations. Did we lose the monster team? It seems we did. Wait a minute, where's Beta? He might have gotten separated from us in the chaos of that surprise attack. If only I'd realised sooner that Lilia was aware of my presence and only using me as bait. My apologies. Hey, it's not like this is real life or death stuff. Chill out, it's just a game. Even if a one-sided game where the other guys do all the attacking isn't my idea of a good time. So, how do we get him back? I think Lilia will predict my moves and come after us. Yeah, probably. You guys have known each other for a while, so it checks out that you'd be predictable to him. I guess we gotta split up from Jellyfishy then. What? But Phil said farmers are better off staying grouped up. Yeah, well, plans change. It's called thinking on your feet. Besides, I ain't talking about abandoning him to his doom. First, Jellyfishy goes off alone and acts like he accidentally got separated from us. Then me and you watch Jellyfishy from a distance. Devilfish and Sea Snake will assume Jellyfishy's easy pickings. Once they take the bait, that's when me and you beat them from behind. Pop, pop, pop. Devilfish is super slippery, and Sea Snake's got both agility and eyes like a hawk. If they notice us, they'll dodge any beans we throw at them. And frankly, your aim's lousy enough without the extra help, Guppy. Huh? It is? Man, you didn't even realize. That figures. When you jumped in while I was fighting Sea Urchin, I was like, seriously? How can anyone miss from that distance? You're pointing your beam blaster one-handed like a poser when you've got all the arm strength of a wet noodle. It makes your barrel shake. As if you can't reliably beam the monsters as it is, the only way we'll ever land a hit is to get in real close and personal without them noticing you. Ouch, that smarts. But you're right that I haven't eliminated anyone yet, I think. Ah! Oh, no, I started nodding off while we were standing around talking. I'd better get moving before I give in to the Sandman. I'll play into their expectations and head straight for the Colosseum. Sure, you do that, Jellyfishy. We'll follow from a distance. There's still other monsters besides Lilia around. We'd better be extra careful. Yep, and the guys still out there are geared to the gills. Chomp chomp. Yeah. Gotta watch out or they'll bite you from behind just like that. You scared the daylights out of me! Don't do that! That startled me wide awake. Thank you for that. Okay, let's get moving. Can I nope out of that? What kind of a battle is this? All fire all the time, okay. We want all water all the time. Do we have anyone that does that? That'd be a no. Water and... No, let's go with that. Was this my water setup? It was. Lloyd and the others in the clear. The party I so painstakingly assembled has been split up. I suppose that goes to show that the only one you can truly count on is yourself. Who's there? Hiya, Bill Schoenheit. Ortho, if you are here, that would imply... please, just pretend I'm not here. Idia, I'm fairly certain you're wearing the same team patch I am. I'm scared of everyone on the outside. That goes for friendlies and hostiles both. Why do I have to step out of the nice, neutral, safe zone? Don't you remember, Idia? It was your idea to leave in the first place. You couldn't stand the smell of durian juice after Jack broke that bottle of it in the school store and got it everywhere. Okay, yeah, I chose to step outside. Just like Jade chose to come into the school store and hide in there. A choice which directly led to my safe spot smelling nastier than a garbage dump in the middle of summer. Sorry, did you just mention Jade? He was here? Yeah, he said he got separated from Keita. Ah, so they were in league. Now I'm getting a clearer picture of things. I've just lost my own party as it happens. Idia, come with me. Can I nope out of that? It was not a yes or no question. I instructed you to come with me. Now I really want to nope out. Seriously, what's with the deal with the house wardens at this school? Why are they all so difficult? Aren't you a house warden, Idia? Just remember that I'm not qualified to take part in these games, so I'm not allowed to help you. You might be safer sticking with Vil than staying by yourself. I mean, I guess. Vil's clearly a full-spec DPS. He could probably cover me, but... Ah, Idia, watch out! Yeah, what? What's going on? Some racket-looking thing popped out of the bushes. In here I thought I was perfectly concealed. Alas, did the uncontrollable pounding of my heart give me away? There you are, monsters. Oh no! It's Rook and Trey, the guys at the top of the Turbo Sus Vice House Wardens to be avoided at all costs rankings source me. Turbo sus. I'm not sure what I did to merit getting put on such an unflattering tier list. I'm getting nauseated just thinking about running frantically under the hot sun, getting chased around non-stop by these guys. I guess drastic times call for drastic measures. It's time for my ultimate trump card. I surrender, go ahead and capture me! Idiot. I half expected the trump card to be running, but no, apparently it's surrender. What? What madness is this, idiot? Yeah, you survived this long already! That's just it, Otho. I've lasted long enough that getting captured now won't be a hit to my PE grade. And since I'm a junior, this will be the last year this event is mandatory for me. Aha! A plan, huh? I might as well quit while I'm ahead. You are the worst kind of player. Excuse me, I think you mean the smartest. Anyway, I surrender. Go ahead, go on Trey, capture me. I have no idea what that means, but that's a pretty sad note to end your last game on. Well, it's your funeral. Farmer team, Idia, eliminated. Sweet, now I'm out of here! Zoom! Zoom! Like that sound effect. What irks me the most is how eager he was, not to mention how swiftly he departed. We are going to have words when this game is over, Idia. Ah, Bill, you never fail to cut a flattering side profile, even when you're incensed. That said, I would suggest you not get too distracted. Now you decide to go all out. Desperation's rather unattractive, you know. Trey, do not interfere from this point forward. Right, got it. You'd forsake your numeric advantage to challenge me in a one-on-one fight? Are you mocking me? You'll have no one but yourself to blame for what comes next. I would never dream of deriding you. I simply want to make our duel count as much as possible. Time is finally upon us, Roy the Poison. Come. Let us fight mano a mano, tete-a-tete. Fave. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Don't know enough French. Do I need to, like, relearn French just for the sake of Rook? That's probably a terrible idea. Time for the curtain to fall, huh? How long is this event story anyway? We're up to chapter 34. You're my own vice house warden, and I'm still bewildered by your stamina. Roy the Poison, every shot from your bean blaster is like a bolt of lightning. You're stooped low, crouched like a predator. I can barely keep my eye trained on you. There. All I need is for one bean to land, and I win, but my bean supply is dwindling fast. Ah, I see you've run out of beans, Vil. Would that I could chase you until the moon lays high in the sky. Sadly, I believe it is time for the curtain to fall. Yes, so it is. I'm exhausted after running around all day. I don't have the energy to flee. I yield, Rook. Ray de poison. Might I embrace you in honor of the splendid fight you provided? By embrace, I assume you mean capture, right? Bomber team, Bill eliminated. My clothes and hair are all filthy. I need a shower ASAP. Rest assured, you remain a paragon of poise, even when caked in mud and sweat. Which team are we going for now? I wonder. Normally, the Colosseum hardly seems far from the Hall of Mirrors at all. But when you have to be wary of potential ambushes on all sides, the road there feels several times longer. And only worse when you know just how dangerous your foes are. Lilia, Jamil. I don't see Floyd and Ethel. Did you get separated? Poor boy. The Colosseum's barely a stone's throw away, but I'm afraid you'll never make it there. Fine, whatever. Flora and water. No, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to do this manually. Yeah, I do have a bunch that are flora and water. This'll do. There they are! Lloyd, the monster team showed up. Let's move. Were you listening to a word I said before? If we jump out of this distance, we'll be presenting ourselves to the monsters on a silver platter. We gotta get in close. When we make our move, we gotta be close enough to touch them. That close? But wouldn't they notice us by then? You're a pretty big guy, no offense. It's cool. Laurie's a pros when it comes to lying low and concealing ourselves. Plus I got this sweet magic camo jacket. Keep your footsteps silent and hold your breath. I found you at last. I shall avenge Malleus's elimination here and now. On guard for, Lilia. Try me, Silver. I'll back you up, Lilia. Ah, Silver's moving. Come on, Floyd. Not yet. Just a little further. I can see why you're a bodyguard to the soon-to-be ruler of Briar Valley. You've got some nice moves. But you have to watch out for Jamal's hunting tool. If that thing grazes me even slightly, it could knock me flat on my rear. Come now, Silver. You've left your flank completely unguarded. If I could just take down either one of them. He's outnumbered and getting overwhelmed fast. We need to do something. Not yet. Almost. You may as well yield now. You've nowhere left to run. You put up a good fight, Silver. Floyd! Now. Lilia, you better be ready for the beating of a lifetime. Wait, I'm the only one out? What? Where's Floyd? Why isn't he coming out? Oh no. Did he use me as bait? Ah, fine, whatever. Ah. Prepare yourself, Lilia. Okay, Flora, and then half each way, so water. Yeah, so it turned out to be water. Most likely water for both of these. Oh, Lilia was using water. This is fine. It honestly doesn't matter for the other one, because I should have it almost there. Alright, battle over. Cowards at heart. Who's a coward? Yeah. You were nimble enough to give me a hard time capturing you, I'll give you that. This stinks. Farmer Team FL eliminated. How do you like my Lilia hold? My personally crafted submission hold using my beautiful legs. Father, you're twisting my abdomen! You clearly need more training if that's enough to make you squeal in protest. You didn't protect Melius either, you're growing soft. Considering that Sevek got eliminated early on, methinks I'll have to go back to basics with the both of you. I have no arguments there. Farmer Team Silver eliminated. Ah, Lilia behind you! What? Boo! Sorry, too late. That's Devilfishy down. Dear me, I should really have known better. There's no greater time for caution than in one's moment of triumph. I got distracted bantering with Silver. Monster Team Lilia eliminated. Floyd? You stayed hidden so long I was positive you ditched me and moved on. Yes, I certainly wasn't expecting you to show up when we both lost. I mean, I wasn't exactly waiting for that. I was just watching for when Devilfishy left himself open. He had his guard up until just now. He didn't even flinch when you popped out, Guffy. Seriously, man. Haven't you ever heard that acting surprise is good manners? My goodness, Floyd. I can hardly believe someone as young as you had the patience to wait for just the right moment without getting overeager. Yeah, you see, Mario's a coward's at heart. We don't take a shot until the shot's guaranteed to be a winner. We wait some more, and then we go in for one clean killing blow. That's how Mores hunt. And with Devilfishy out of the picture, now it's time for the good part. You, Sea Snake. Gemel doesn't look happy about that. What? Ringside Rumble. I'm gonna want Fire and Flora. Might as well just take someone who's purely Flora to go with my team that's set to fire. There we go. Although maybe I should have brought my own Leona. A ringside rumble. Front gate. Now it's time for the good part. You sea snake. What? How long is he gonna keep chasing me? Where you going, sea snake? Come on and play. Yeah, right. Who would ever oblige to that slimy, slithering voice? Whoop! I finally caught up. How did you get right behind me? In my blind spot, no less. I cannot dodge from here. Looks like I've been beamed. And so I meet my inglorious end. I'm out. Monster Team, Jamil, eliminated. I hate to get eliminated after making it this far, but anything beats being endlessly hounded by Floyd. Uh-oh, I'm all out of beans. Well, well, how unfortunate for you. Farmers can't defeat monsters without beans. And Beanfest is in its final stages. I've got no idea how many students are still in this. But I suggest you find a supply crate and restock before heading to the Coliseum. What? I don't need any stinking beans to play my kind of game. Why are you swinging around two bean blasters like a pair of tonfa? Is he planning on just hitting them with bean blasters? Does that count? Hey, that's a blatant violation of the rules. Okay, no, it doesn't count. And shouldn't you be focused on getting the harp in the Coliseum? You're a farmer. Why are you still coming after me after eliminating me? See, the thing is, I never cared about the stupid golden harp from the jump. It doesn't matter to me which side wins. So how's about we throw the rules out the window and just play until both of us are totally wrecked? I question which one of us is the real monster here. Run, monster, run! Jamil, get down. Whoa, that was close. That net almost got me. Floyd, you know physical violence is against the game's rules. As all this is your goon, do something about him. Haven't we been through this before, Jamil? The Leech brothers do not work for or answer to me. When Floyd isn't in the mood to listen, he won't. Period. Full stop. End of story. I'm afraid we'll have to subdue him the hard way. Come on now, on your feet. Ooh, you want to play too, Hazel? Sweet, I'm down. I'm already eliminated, just let me go to the gym. Floyd is picking a fight with empty bean blasters. Hence, beans and the harp are no longer part of the equation at all. This is nothing but a ringside rumble. He really is just holding two bean blasters. Like that. Fire. And then most likely the other one is going to be water, so Flora. I was right. Um, 50-50. Kind of want to leave the Flora for the one that's definitely going to work. So... let's Let's risk the 50-50. We did succeed the 50-50. So, huzzah. 50-50 again. We'll go that way. Not that we need to. Two peas in a pod. That would be the Leech brothers, right? Wah! I did it! I finally captured Floyd! Talk about a battle without anything remotely resembling a point. Farmer team, Floyd, eliminated. What gives with this netting? I can't bite through it at all. This is no fisherman's tool, it's a magical item. You'll need more than teeth to cut through it. Man, I don't want to ruin my pearly whites. Oh well, I had my fun. I'm gonna head to the gym. Take off the net. Actually, going to the gym won't be necessary. Oh, why not? I just got word in over comms. You were the last farmer standing. So the farmer team failed to retrieve the harp. The monster team has won the game. Oh man, wait, I didn't care who won anyway. Seriously though, I can't believe both of you challenged me to battle with empty bean blasters just in different ways. You and your brother really are two peas in a pod. Want to run that one by me again? Not particularly, no. Shouldn't it be two beans in a pod anyway? Did you have fun today? Yes, I did. I know it's not asking me, but... The stars of the game make their return. That was quite the melee between the three of you. Allow me to thank you for doing your part to protect the harp, Jack. If not for your frankly absurd athleticism, the monster team would never have made it through this game victorious. I wasn't doing it for you guys, for the record. I was just doing my job as a monster. That said, if you hadn't provoked Floyd to start with, Gemma and I wouldn't have had to endure the beating we did. No kidding, I can't fathom why you couldn't just leave well enough alone when he was unmotivated. Wait, so this is my fault? I'm back! I lost big time. You don't seem particularly bothered about that. Nope, sure ain't. You're not looking too bothered yourself, though. I played to the fullest of my abilities and still lost. That's simply how it goes sometimes. Oh yeah, you promised to teach me a throw, so get teaching. Oral agreements are still contracts, blah blah blah. Your words. Right now, I'm so tired I can barely move. Can it wait? Fine. You better not conveniently forget about it later. Oh, hey. Hello, Floyd. Judging by the state you're in, you look like you had more fun at Beanfest than I did. Dang, Bill and Floyd both have mud splattered all over them. That's a real rare sight. I gotta capture this for posterity. Strike a pose. Since we're juniors, this will be the last Beanfest we play in. I'll indulge you a commemorative photo. But don't even think about posting this to Musicom without my express permission. There will be consequences if you do. What were you expecting him to do with it? This is the Musicom maniac we're talking about. I know, no worries. I'll DM you a copy of the pic later. Did you have fun today, Jade? Oh, yes, very much so. And yourself? It was okay, I guess. Man, I am starving. I'm positively famished as well. I neglected to have lunch today. Twinsies! Get it? Indeed. As for why I did, well, it's a bit of a long story. Let's hit up the lounge kitchen then. We can make something. What sounds good? Actually, I'm very much in the mood for one particular food right now. Oh yeah? I got a hankering myself as it happens. Is that right? Let me guess. Assembled from disparate ingredients, the end result provides a rich, spicy bite that's immaculately balanced. Yeah, all centered around meat that's so savory, so turbo umami, and one whiff will make you drool. That's right, shawarma. Twins indeed. Same brain. And that, I believe, is the story cleared through. Yep. And the rare Jamel card has officially joined my roster. So now all I have to do is grind. So, with the story over. Thank you very much for watching. It's been fun. I hope you've enjoyed it too. If you're new and you've enjoyed your time, please consider subscribing to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, which is where I post my streaming schedule. And I hope to see you another time. Once again, thanks for watching. And this is Kalla signing out. See ya! Bye bye!